And welcome back, fellow adventurers, to Let's Play Dreamfall Chapters. We are about to seek out the Yaga, and I think the environment is pretty theme appropriate. This is definitely a nice visual update from the first time we were here back in the original game, that's for sure. And look at the moon. It's mostly covered, but man, that is a huge moon there.
That's a not at all reassuring shade of black. And what are those swirling things? Giant tadpoles? I don't want to know. Even the plants down there look like dead hands wiggling their cold, dead fingers. Welcome to nature. Prepare to be terrified.
Now, it actually, you could say it makes sense that the area here is so much darker and creepier than it was in the first game, because according to Ben Bandu, originally the Yaga did not exist in Arcadia. Instead, she would act through her servants, basically dark witches and warlocks, such as the Gribbler. But now that we defeated the Gribbler, and apparently her other servants have somehow been killed or defeated as well, she is not being fed by them anymore, I guess, and so she has come here herself.
This is all very grim. I'm expecting an evil queen and a sleeping beauty at any time.
Yeah, that's true.
Naked, twisting branches blocking what little light there is. Check. Thorny bushes are never a good sign. Really. There's just no place for that in a happy story. If this was the entrance to a haunted house, I'd say they'd gone overboard.
Interesting fireflies, will-o-wisps, something like that around here. Ah.
Mother of ravens! I don't feel very welcome. I mean, this isn't just a bad sign. It's all the bad signs, all at once, like a grab bag of ill omens. There are plenty of stones lying about. Let's just pick one and pretend it's the soul stone. It's not like anyone would know what it's supposed to look like.
I have a feeling it's not going to have the same effect if we just pick up any old rock around here, Crow.
They've got that whole normal things that should look quaint and safe except they look horrifically scary thing down to a fine art.
Well, we crossed the water and we're about to cross it again, so I guess there's a bend in the river somewhere over there. Oh, there's the moon. Nice. And the gate just opens all by itself. Did you do that, Crow?
This looks like one of those pivotal moments where the audience is yelling at the heroine, "Don't go through the gate, are you crazy?" I'm glad I have Crow here. Regardless of how useless he may be at times, he's still company. I'll take company over no company anytime.
Oh, my tiny bird heart. I have a bad feeling about this, Zoe.
Don't get sued by Star Wars.
Go. Leave. Turn around. Don't come any further. She's here. She's dangerous.
Well, there's one more thing to tick off our checklist of creepiness.
Dark, scary cave? No way to get around it? Fairy tale conventions never fail to make my life miserable.
I know this smell. Dog's doo-doo, incense, and rotting flesh. Smells like witches, all right. Is it my imagination? Or is the light changing? Is it getting darker? Am I going blind? Help! Do
Crow
you hear
looks
voices?
paler than usual.
I hear
Even
voices.
his feathers are losing colour.
I don't like disembodied
If
voices.
he had a choice, I'm sure
Disembodied
he'd fly
voices
out
are
of here
never
in
a
second,
good sign.
But he's sticking with me. He's braver than expected, I'll give him that.
Indeed, as scared as he is, he's sticking with Zoe. There's the Gribbler's house.
Is that where the Yaga lives? It looks like a house. I mean, a scary house, sure, but still just a house. What's worse than a twisting path into darkness through thorny bushes and sharp, naked branches? A swamp. Of course there's a swamp. The only thing stopping me from running in the opposite direction right now is knowing I'll have to pass through that cave again. They're speaking. It's freaky. Although I feel strange. I felt this way before when I was in a coma. Inside story time. I must be on the border between waking and dreams.
Does that mean that the Yaga is part of the story time then? I mean, I guess technically everything is. At least that's how it's been described to us. But I wonder if that's where she lives most of the time.
Poor things. Are those the souls of lost children? If so, this place is even more horrifying than I'd imagined.
Well, it would fit the fairy tale theme if whatever was here, similar to evil witches, are attacking children or eating them or something like Hansel and Gretel kind of thing.
The wicked witch is gone, but she is here now. She'll eat you up, like she ate all of us. She tricked us. She trapped us, she cooked us, she ate us. We're the children that never left. It's too late to save us. Save yourself. Go!
Yep, that pretty much confirms my suspicions.
No! Turn around! Don't do it! Don't wake her! She's sleeping. Leave her be. You'll be trapped here with us forever and ever and ever.
I'm sorry, this is the only way to progress the story.
I'm glad I have Crow here. Regardless of how useless he may be at times,
So
he's
what
still
now?
company.
Do we just
I'll
go
take
up and
company
knock
over
on the
no
door?
company anytime. I don't see a doorbell.
No, this is neither the time nor place for levity.
Oh, I know. I don't actually see a door.
I seem to remember a door.
You know this place?
It's changed, but yes, this is where the Gribbler lived. She smelled awful, and she was so rude. Also, she wanted to eat April.
You should have led with that one.
Yeah, but she did smell awful, especially when she burned. Hoo-wee.
Ugh.
Yep, April indeed had tricked her into falling into a cooking pot in the fireplace and burning to cinders.
Weeds and vines, covering everything. This almost feels intentional, like someone's trying to cover something up.
There's the door.
Is that where the Yaga lives? It looks like a house. I mean, a scary house, sure, but still just a house.
Shall we knock or what? Oh, we are knocking.
Who bothers me?
Yeah.
Who bothers the Yaga?
Okay, so maybe not just a house after all. You have something that's not yours.
Leave, monkey.
Not until you give me the Soul Stone.
We do not know what you speak of.
Whoa. My whole body's tingling. I can change things. I can manipulate this dream. Cool.
Ah. So we are close enough to story time that Zoe can start to use some of her dream powers.
There are 3 minds in there. But which one's the Yaga? I can hear several voices. All of them angry. It's so loud, so strong. I can't keep listening. She's too strong.
Looks like Crow decided to bugger off for a little while. Yo. Hello, Ugly.
We are here at the end of things. I warned you.
Let me go, you bitch!
She's awake. We told you to go. Get away. Run as fast as you can. Don't look back.
What's worse than a twisting path into darkness through thorny bushes and sharp, naked branches? A swamp. Of course there's a swamp.
Trying to see if there's something I can do here. Here we go.
Stop this! I don't want to fight you. I just want to talk to you.
Well, that's not working. Let's try this.
I told you leave.
I think I need to get through that door.
We do the time warp again.
Now I see.
Oh,
Too late.
well,
It's enough.
that didn't work.
One of us.
I guess we have to use the time power slightly at the later time, I think.
It's like it's an eye staring back at me.
We would fight, and I warned you.
There we go. Slowed down time so we could jump in there.
Eaten up.
Didn't work? Oh,
Lost.
let's try one more time.
Gone. Forever.
Let's see, we have to get close.
Now I see.
Too eaten up. One of us. Our last hope. Gone. Forever.
I warned you.
There we go. You could see something that looks like a stone there in the middle of that doorway. Took a few tries, but we made it in.
Oh, this sucks. Wait, the sky? Is this story time? But it's not like how I remember it. It looks older. It looks a lot older.
Indeed, we have the kind of aurora-like sky that also exists in story time. I'm going to take a guess that that's the Soul Stone.
Aren't you a clever monkey? Hush, sister. Don't speak to it. Just let it lose itself in the dark. It'll weaken, and then we can eat it.
It'll probably taste honey sweet, like a newborn babe.
Do not underestimate this one, sisters. There's something different about it.
Hello?
Well, she said that she could read 3 minds in here, and we indeed hear 3 voices.
Maybe not so clever after all.
We're hungry. We need to eat.
Not long now. You must be tired, monkey.
Your eyes grow heavy. Sleep. We'll watch over you.
Show yourselves!
Is it not asleep yet? Lie down and shut your eyes, monkey. Let us feed.
That's not going to happen.
It answers back, like a thing with a mind of its own. A very clever monkey.
This one has spirit and something else. Something powerful.
We don't seem to be making a lot of progress here. They keep snatching the crystal away from us. Almost looks like a miniature version of the dark crystal, doesn't it? Ooh, we can touch it this time.
You're a dreamer. You're a dreamer.
And you're the Wicker Witch of the
Now,
North.
there's no need for insults. We are...
The Yaga.
No monkey has ever been here before. We're curious about you.
We?
The sisters. Bayeb, Ayaga.
Bayeb Ayar... Baba Yaga.
Older than time. Older than memory. Old as darkness. Always three. Not always, sister. In the beginning, the Yaga was one, and then everything unraveled. Light came, worlds were born, monkeys bred and became legion, and the one became three. You are from across the divide, from a world ruled by machines.
That's right.
But not really here at all. Dreaming.
Apparently so.
We thought there was only one dreamer.
You were mistaken.
Something made you. That's interesting. We didn't see this coming. We do so love surprises. What do you want from us, monkey?
The Soul Stone. You stole it.
Lux stole it first. Only fair that we stole it back. What do you want with it?
To bring it back where it belongs. To cure Lux. Lux is the...
Lux is the first dreamer. We know, oh, we know. You cannot teach us things, monkey. We were there in the darkness, in the time, before all this terrible brightness, before you monkeys spoiled it. We had the Soul Stone then. It fed us and made us strong, but Lux took it so that Lux could dream. We were there when Lux dreamed the first dream and the stars were born and everything came apart. If we give you the stone, we fade from memory. We will be forgotten. It's all that anchors us when there's no one left to worship and fear us.
But they do worship you, don't they? In the city, they've built effigies to the Wicker Witch.
The Wicker Witch.
A bedtime story, a spineless fairy tale for nestlings. No one truly fears the Yaga anymore. Our power is diminished.
I don't know. People need darkness. They need to be frightened. In my world, scary is popular. There are films, games, haunted houses.
Playthings. We are less than we were. We remember feeding, our stomachs bloated with flesh and fear.
Well, things change. That's how it goes.
Maybe, instead of giving you the Soul Stone, we eat you up. All your delicious memories, all your dreaming powers. Your soul will keep us warm and sated.
How's that gonna help anyone?
Help? What makes you think we'll help? We owe the universe nothing, monkey. We owe Lux nothing. Why should we care if the dream ends? Perhaps, if you give us a little morsel, a taste of you, what can you offer us?
Offer?
A sin.
A secret. Something dark.
Something you keep deep inside and fear to reveal.
Okay. So apparently we're supposed to do a trade for the crystal, I guess. So the Yaga looks like the what I remember is sometimes a mythical depiction of the three aspects of the feminine, that being the maiden, the matron or mother, and the crone. At least that's the way that they're designed. Although apparently there used to be one mind or one being at some point in the distant past. And this is the first being that doesn't seem to be concerned if the dream ends and everything, like all existence, goes away. Which is interesting. Apparently there are some things that exist outside of story time, perhaps?
I flirted with Roman, and I've never shared that with anyone. I promised Hannah I wouldn't tell Queenie where she was hiding, but I did it anyway. And what for? I'm not even sure I believed I was helping Hannah. It was currency. Is there really nothing I can give her? What will they do to me if I refuse?
Well, that's an interesting question. Now, I believe if you give the Yaga one of the things that you consider to be a mistake, then you are literally surrendering that memory, which means that Zoe would not remember that particular sin or mistake anymore. So, it's giving up memories is like giving up pieces of yourself. That seems like a pretty high price. So what happens if we do nothing?
Is there... There's nothing.
You are without sin, without flaw. There are no choices that you regret. The lucky monkey appears to be as pure as the first rays of light that fell upon the dreaming.
Since you offer us nothing, we offer you nothing in return.
But why? You're not only punishing everyone out there, but you're also hurting yourselves. Who will worship and fear you when they're all gone?
So what else can you offer us, monkey? What can you give of yourself to prove that this matters?
I don't know.
You demand that we give up the thing that feeds us and keeps us warm. And you cannot make a similar sacrifice.
You're right. I can't. I don't have what you're asking for. I'm human. I've made terrible decisions, but I don't linger on those decisions. I move forward and live with the consequences. Shame, anger, disappointment, regret. That's not what feeds me. I survive because I let go every day. Because I have hope and faith in the future. Not because I look back. That goes for most people. And all I want is to give those people a chance to make their choices, good or bad, and carry on living and learning. If that's not enough for you, then I have nothing. And if I fail to bring the Soul Stone to the first dreamer, Lux dies. The dream ends. There will be no one around to remember any of us, or the choices we've made that brought us here. It all hinges on this moment in time.
We know this, little monkey. This is why we are giving you the Soul Stone. But you must do one thing for us in return.
Anything, as long as it's mine to give.
You must remember us when the dream is in you. The world needs us. Without the sisters, without the Yaga, there is no fear, no imagination. Every dream needs a nightmare.
I don't think I could forget, even if I tried. Yes, I'll remember you.
Good.
Good. Good. Here is the Soul Stone. Take it, use it to wake Lux. We would have done it ourselves, but the Dreamer Monkey is the only one with that power.
How do I get there?
Someone's coming. Little furry thing. They will gift you a beast to ride. Go to Lux. You will feel Lux like a lantern in the dark. Follow the light. Save the dream, Dreamer. Become one with the first.
What does that mean?
You'll find out.
And the clever monkey, beware the wizard of lies.
He schemes, he plots. He wishes to remake the world.
He wears a mask. He harbors ambitions. He always did, but now...
There's something in him. It's a dangerous thing, little monkey. Watch out. Now, leave.
Where did you disappear to?
I have a thing about huge monster houses. I don't like them.
Oh, you're the worst sidekick.
That's what they keep telling me. I honestly don't know why. Let's go back and find the furry little halfling thing again. I bet you he didn't wait for us. I bet you he's long gone.
She's letting us go. What did you do? We're free. Time to go. Thank you, Dreamer. Find Luke's. Save the dream.
Oh. I guess a little side bonus is that these spirits of children will be allowed to move on to wherever they're supposed to go, I guess. That was interesting. Last time I did not choose to give nothing. I chose one of her bad memories to give to the Yaga. So it was interesting because I'd never seen what the reaction was if you don't offer the Yaga anything. But apparently it is an option. Seemed to convince the Yaga that having things around to fear it, to fear the dark and to have nightmares is something that's in its interests. Oh, look who it is.
Is this the one?
That's her. That's Zoe.
You face Yaga and live? This is impossible. Who are you?
Another Banda? I thought Ben was the only one left. Might as well go with what everyone calls me here. She seems impressed with me. I should probably use that.
Start
Another
here.
Banda? Who are you?
I'm Mole. Not long ago, I was terror of Mercurian underworld. Now I'm last of Banda. Together with little one here, of course. So, how you survive, Yaga? You strike bargain like witches of old? Sell yourself to Yaga for freedom and power? Do you serve Yaga now?
I don't serve anyone. And no bargain. I just... I'd like to learn more about the Yaga. Maybe this one knows something. Who is the Yaga?
I only know what elders tell me when I was child, and I only ever encounter Yaga's servants. One of them lived in this forest before. She was Gribbler, twisted, ancient, evil thing. No one but Yaga know what Yaga truly is. Those who face her never come home, aside from you. My grandmother tell me Yaga was born before beginning of time. Lux and Yaga, light and dark, dream and nightmare. Balance is in every funny thing, human. When our world takes shape, so did Yaga. One became three. Three sisters. Innocence, age, decay. All aspects of life. More than the first dreamer, Yaga understand life. She understand mortality. Mortality in her blood. Maybe why she hate the living so much. Why she grew mean and hungry. She spread her will across worlds into witches and warlocks, sorcerers and necromancers, the weak and malleable. But as old magic fade, so do Yaga. Wizard Clax and Gribbler were two of her last servants, and April Ryan defeated them both. After that, they say, Yaga was diminished. Now Wicca Witch of North is joke to humans of Mercuria. They remember nothing of what she was. They never see their young eaten by night. But Yaga is not the night that threatens world now. Her darkness is different darkness, one that balances light, necessary darkness. She is nightmare that feeds imagination. The other darkness, well, other darkness is deeper and final. A black fire that spreads and burns until nothing left, until time itself is ashes. Even Yaga feared this darkness.
I believe that's why she let me go. So that I can help.
You got the Soul Stone?
You carry Soul Stone? What Soul Stone?
You can trust Bandu Masiri, Zoe. She is an elder. She returned from exile to help me find those who survived.
I have Lux's soul stone. I need to take it north, to the Ular.
Ular? Why Ular?
You know them?
I heard of Ular in stories. Ancient people inhabit ruins of their own civilization, high in border mountains. You know where to go?
I've seen a map. They live on Cloud Peak, in the mountains of Yedra.
Maps deceive. Go north and then west. A week's journey on foot before you start climb.
We don't have a week.
Rushing into anything is unwise. You carry Soulstone to Ular for what reason?
To return it to the first dreamer.
Lux is with Ular?
So my visions tell me.
Your visions?
I know this is hard to believe, but I promise I'm...
I believe. No need to promise. Story too unbelievable for Mole not to believe. Take Leapfur, human. Ride north, swift as wind. You will reach mountains by first light tomorrow. Leapfur can climb at least part of way. You'll be with Ular in less than 2 days.
She said someone would come, but that thing? Is it safe? I have no idea how to ride that.
Not to worry. Leapfur know well enough for both of you.
What will you do without a mount?
We use feet. Mole's not in rush. We walk slowly so that those of Banda who still live can hear us coming and meet us.
We're going east, Zoe. We'll follow the Banda who fled the Azadi. Maybe they still live. Maybe they...
We will find them, little one. Take Beast. Go north. Do what needs doing. I feel darkness coming. Black fire. Cold as ocean. Perhaps you can stop this dreamer. Nothing lost. Nothing gained.
Goodbye, Zoe.
Thank you, Ben. And good luck. I hope you find your people again.
Thanks for coming. I know you're busy.
It's not often I get to see you. Why this place?
It's safe. And, symbolic, maybe? It was a safe house, before it was raided by Azadi soldiers. Under Kian's command.
I see. So, what news do you have for me, Elena? Your message said...
Kian has left for Gian, together with Liko, the Dolmari warrior.
For Gian? The prison camp for magicals? Light. Why? What does he hope to accomplish there?
This is Kian we're talking about. He believes he can save everyone. He also believes Gian holds the key to the future of the Empire.
But breaking into a fortified prison camp? He won't stand a chance.
That's why I messaged you, Mother. This might be an opportunity.
You did the right thing, child. Come, let's talk. We do not have much time.
It looks like Anne and Mother Utena are starting to conspire for some reason. In different cities, but since she was introduced in Anna, that's how I always think about her. Hope you brought some parachutes. Nope, just jumped into the ocean.
All right. I suggest we scale the fence over there and make our way into the...
We should split up.
You've read too many copper coin serials, Liko. Splitting up makes us vulnerable.
Stay together, we could both end up dead. Part ways, and one of us might still make it out, even if the other doesn't.
That's a possibility, but I still think...
Besides, one of us has to locate the administrator's quarters.
How do you know there'll be one of them?
This is an Azadi camp, Kian. There will be detailed records and documents. If you want to find a single prisoner amongst thousands, you'll need records. I'll climb the fence, enter the camp, create a distraction. I look like the prisoners. I can speak to them. If necessary, I can blend in. You find the administrator and the records. That tower looks like a good place to start.
Where do we meet?
If we make it that far, I'm sure we'll figure something out. Try not to die. You still owe me your life.
Oh, I intend to stay alive. I hope you're on good terms with your gods.
I'm on excellent terms with my gods.
If I'm going to find prisoner records anywhere in this camp, it'll most likely be inside that tower. That section of the prison walls appears to be part of the old castle fortifications, from when the Necromancer King ruled Kian. The wall connects with the tower. If I can get up there, I might find a way in.
Now, I actually can't remember for sure, but I think that the Necromancer King of Kian was actually mentioned in one of the books in the library during the first game. But it was just an offhand mention. I don't think anything really came up regarding him. Yeah, a bit too far away to actually hear the audio, but just go ahead and listen in on that conversation. I see a very familiar looking head.
This wasn't the wind and weather. The Necromancer's head has been broken off by brute force, intentionally. The Necromancer's foul countenance. What a spectacularly unattractive man. And not so intimidating up close. This wasn't the wind and weather. The Necromancer's head has been broken off by brute force, intentionally. The Necromancer King of Kian. I remember reading about him when I was a boy. He was the very symbol of dark magic, a cautionary tale for impressionable children. To be honest, he doesn't appear all that fearsome for a so-called Necromancer King.
So this is a strong hint that perhaps Roper Klacks was once the Necromancer King? If so, he must be really, really old. But then again, if he served the Yaga, he might have, in other words, trading his soul for power, it might have extended his life. It also means, of course, that the Azadi are just occupying these buildings. They didn't actually construct them. I think that's the same conversation we heard before.
The old castle walls were carved into the mountain itself. It's steep and slippery. I don't see how I can climb up from here.
Can we climb here? Looks like it.
The rocks here are too steep and slippery, and there are no footholds.
Oh, no, I guess not. Fake out. Well, let's try the other way. Here?
It's steep and slippery. I don't see how I can climb up from here.
Over here?
There's nothing for me to grab hold of.
Fair enough. How about here?
There's nothing for me to grab hold of.
Oh, wait a minute. Here I see some handholds. At least it looks like some rocks are sticking out. Ah, how about here?
This wall isn't quite as sheer, and it has outcrops and footholds. I might be able to scale it. This looks like a good place to start climbing.
There we go. Oh, gotta do this manually.
Light.
Seems. Careful.
Goddess!
A lot of loose stones here. Okay, now we're up. Yeah, that definitely looks like a prison camp. And, who knows, this may not be the only one there, because Kian, I believe, even though it's called an island, I think it's pretty large. So there could be many, many camps. Where do we go from here? I see the door. Oh, here we go, vines. Huh. Not quite sure how that allowed us to get to the statue, but okay. Because, oh, wait a minute, there are the vines. Did we swing over or something?
Goddess, the camp's larger than I thought. There must be thousands of magicals here. Are they planning to just murder them all?
Well, that's the fear. And the fact that there's smoke coming up from that central building is pretty ominous. There goes Liko.
Liko? Goddess. I hope he passes unseen. The camp is massive. How many magicals have they imprisoned here? It must be well over 1,000.
Yeah. Yep, looks. I was just about to say, it looks like some of them prisoners are being beaten there.
Beatings. To inspire fear and obedience in the other prisoners.
It's pretty much a nightmare here.
Odd. There are more soldiers inside the camp than along the perimeter.
That is also very ominous. It's interesting, there are docks here, but of course the Azadi use airships, so those docks may actually be, again, from some older time period. I think that's all that we can see from here. Oh, maybe the building? Yes. It says it's a factory.
Why build a factory in the middle of a prison camp? Are they using magicals for labor?
That would probably be the best outcome at this point.
So, why burn the bodies?
Sanitation. You don't want to catch whatever they died from.
Oh, makes sense. What exactly did they die from?
Some kind of flu. They all get it. Must be hereditary. It must run in their blood.
Huh. Never heard of a flu that runs along bloodlines.
Don't ask questions. The administrator doesn't like questions.
I am shocked.
The guards are watching the prison ground. They don't expect anyone to be breaking into the camp.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
They're keeping an eye on the grounds below.
There's one up here, too.
The guards are watching the prison ground. They don't expect anyone to be breaking into the camp.
See if we can sneak up behind him. Unless he's just gonna move away, in which case that's fine. But I have a feeling he might come back.
See anything?
Nothing. I could have sworn.
Maybe it was just a bird.
You don't think I can tell the difference between a man and a bird?
It's dark.
It's dark. Just shut up and keep your eyes open.
I owned a far glass once. It helped me keep tabs on the street gangs in Sadir. But Vamon's boys stole it from me.
Looks like one of them might have spotted Liko, although at this point they're not sure if they saw him or not. I may need that far glass since they pointed it out, but I can't take out one of the guards with the other standing right there.
Hundreds of dead magicals.
Ugh.
They're dragging bodies into the factory to burn them. But why? What are they doing in this shadow-cursed place?
Yeah, so I'm not sure I'd be calling that a factory anymore.
Hundreds and hundreds of bodies. They can't all have perished from natural causes.
Well, the guards mentioned that some of them were getting sick, I think. And of course, that's definitely a possibility when you have, when you're crowding a whole bunch of people all in one place. There's always the increased chance of disease. Let's see, can we jump? Yes, we can. Oh, I remember this. Yeah. No, we're not going to be able to progress further, I think, until we get the... yeah, here it is. Until we get that spyglass. So we need to make our way back here. I remember that issue from last time.
The Necromancer King of Kian. They say he hunted humans.
Wasn't he human himself? But he looks human from the statues.
A shape changer then. Or maybe he was a blue hide, like them Dolnari down there. Can't tell skin colour from statues.
I hope this place isn't cursed. It feels cursed.
If it was cursed, don't you think something bad would have happened by now?
Maybe something has. We just don't know it yet.
You're a shadow damned fool.
Got it. What, you mean building a death camp in the ruins of a castle of an ancient necromancer lord? Nah, it wouldn't be cursed at all. Yeah, so this is what I remember I got confused of last time I played. Was I thought that they kept the spyglass the whole time and you had to find some way to take it out. Take them both out. But no, they just set it back. So you can sneak it. Like we just did.
With this, I'd be able to see halfway across Sadir. And it ought to help me see quite far, even in this darkness.
Alright. So let's get back across. Hey, Liko's handiwork, I think.
It appears Liko's been stirring things up again.
Well, he said he would create a distraction. Although these guards don't seem to have quite noticed yet. Let's see if we can use this here.
I won't be able to see what the guard's up to from this angle.
Oh, I have to do it from here? Oh, I do have to do it from here. Okay.
That archway must lead into the castle proper.
So you see he was messing with something on the side of the door, and if you try to go down there to spy, he'll catch you. So you need to just kind of wait until the next guard comes out. That is very high up. Here we go. So let's get our spyglass ready. We have to wait until he's actually manipulating the object there. Okay. So there's your clue. Okay, so down, up, over, down, up. Got it. First try.